Spawning in the blue color, this is DarthReven, playing as Zeus. Then in the red, we have got his opponent in the red, which I said twice. I am Momo, playing as Odin. This is Group 6 of the Meta Plays Wisdom of Thoth tournament. Man, so many tournament names. This cast is already in the dumpster. Anyways, $1,000 are on the line. And only 2 people can make it out of each group. There's 4 people in each group, so moving on, there will be a round of 16, which is a single elimination bracket. The groups are double elim. There's 5 matches per group. We've got the System of Bast as a relic. Cheaper villagers. We got Grunir Odin Spears. That's good for hoplites and Ulfsarks in this matchup. Then we've got the Scarab Pendant, which gives Rams and Helipolis more damage versus buildings. And then there's this one, the Kopesh of Horus, for more hero damage against Myth units. Quick shout out to our website subscribers. Thank you very much all for supporting us. Without you, the project wouldn't be possible at this scale. So make sure to collect your perks, and if you want to become one, then check the Twitch About section for it, or the YouTube description in the future. TCs are relatively mirrored. This one's a little bit more forward than that one, but it's really just splitting hairs at this point. The gold mines are, I would say, in favor of Momo, so as long as nothing crazy happens in the classical age's early stages, then he should be actually the one able to gold starve Revan. Like, imagine a full-on Odin army raiding left and right and freezing you here when you have like 15 villagers plus your entire army on top, and then walling you in with no escape and building a hill fort on top of you. Yeah, that's terrifying. Especially if there's good upgrades. Already got 10 pigs. That's a little more than what Revan has. And also love the resource sharing between the gatherers. Going for wood, going for the hunt. It's very nice. Very backwards tempo though. Got a little bit of favor gathering from Revan. But the god's gonna be Athena that he chooses for the classical age. As for Momo, it's Freya. All very expected. Ah, we're stuck. Yeah, this is why it's super important to make sure that you move on some villagers to each side so that your villagers don't get stuck in the process. And also, once you grow above 8 villagers, yeah, I think Revan's gonna do. Oh no 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 no! Not like this. Military Academy coming up, so there's gonna be a little bit of resource inefficiency there for sure. Bunch of Hershers being made, and from here we should really expect double or triple longhouse even, depending on what the unit production is gonna be like. Would expect raiding cavalry and throwing axemen, but you could open with double raiding cavalry. The forest fire is actually pretty decent, but I'm pretty sure all the villagers will pull away as I see 0 corpses. It kills one of the water buffalo, which is actually a big play. So now Revan is gathering here, and this actually fixes villager situation somewhat. So now the villagers on both sides of the storehouse boat is going to be used on the Valkyrie Question in the chat, are wall chips allowed in this? Yes, so you can make 4 of them around your starting towers, but that's it. You can also use them to finish off tiny gaps in your walling process, but you can't abuse them in any other form. This is the only things you can do with it that I just listed. That's a lot of early hearse here for sure. Gonna have raiding cavalry with them, but the Odin hearse here are just 4.2 speed, so bear in mind. Another question in the chat from Chandler, why do I cast and make AOM tournaments when popular opinion is that they're not as relevant? Well, the whole idea is to make them relevant, really. And I'm not alone in this. Like I said before, Boyd and Maiden are also lifting some heavy weights in that regard. Pound Town is doing it as well. Who else? There's plenty of people that are hosting regular tournaments, actually. Correct me if I'm forgetting someone, as I want to give a shout out to everybody that does. But the easiest way to find tournaments is really to go to Liquipedia. Like, okay, we've got our Metaplay stuff on our website, yes, but... Oh wait, there's more Minotaurs? Amazing. That's some nice pressure. But yeah, Liquipedia has the tournaments of everyone, so if you want to find them, you just... Bogkiki is also hosting tournaments. Good point. Good point indeed. So one Minotaur goes down. Continuing the boar hunt. Gotta be careful with these 4 cav, like they can definitely beat that hoplite, but if the weak one gets attacked, it will go down, and that's a good trade for the hoplite, really. But so far the numbers are looking really good for Momo, and this is exactly what you want to do, just spam, spam, spam until you're maxed out. We'll need some houses right now, and should be able to save this tower, which survives at 1 hit point, by the way. Amazing. Nobody picking up the relics, that would be so nice for the hoplites. Not so relevant for the rest. So I say that someone picks up a relic. So that's the Kopesh of Horus and the Scarab Pendant. Oh wow. That's pretty important for the Rams later down the line, should we ever get there. 20% improvement, definitely nice. Oh. Oh, he didn't. Bonkiki didn't actually host a tournament. My bad. My bad.
Yo.
Okay, got a pretty good army here. Should be able to defend against the Greek. So Chandler expanding on his argument there that god powers make it imbalanced and counter system is silly. Different factions, AoE2 is the best. Oh my god. Well, that's a massive misconception, all of it. So you can win as pretty much any god. Sure, there's different gods favored on the different maps, but that's just a part of the game. If you learn to play a good number of the gods, then you should be absolutely fine in tournaments, and the best player wins. That's just how it is. I always do wish it was a little bit faster paced. I do wish it was a little bit more skewed towards player skill rather than player knowledge. But in the end, still the best player wins, and it's a mix of knowledge and mechanical skill, even as is. So my personal wishes aside, I think AOM competitive is already in a pretty good spot, but we do need Retold for proper networking, for better spectating tools, less buggy gameplay. Even more maps, official support, you know, all that stuff. And another question, what is my favorite RTS to cast? AOM is on the list, for sure. I slightly prefer casting Halo Wars. It's just more action-packed. I loved casting StarCraft, but it's just incredibly difficult to find an audience. Because there's so much competition and so many very established streamers. So, even we tried with Metaplays, but it's just so difficult to find relevance there. Maybe Stormgate will be different, maybe not. Going to check it out at least on my personal channels. I don't know if we'll do it with Metaplays. We'll see, we'll see. It's very difficult to get anywhere with casting in these very well supported games, I'll have to say. They are showcasing Stormgate gameplay at the PC gaming show, yes. So that is something I'm covering on my personal channel for sure. Sock says hi from Greece, welcome. The Prostagma Nation, so... Yeah, so many Greek players in Age of Mythology, by the way, because Greek is such a staple of the game. Can't say I've ever seen an Egyptian Age of Mythology player. Maybe there's a handful. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. And there's more RTS being revealed as well at the PC Gamer show. It's also got Age of Sigmar Realms of Ruin, which seems to be a lot like Dawn of War, but in Age of Sigmar instead of Warhammer 40k. Which is a similar IP, but quite different. Okay, that's brutal. Restoration has to be used here. Momo collapsing on this with everything he's got. Oh wait, Momo is Egyptian? Why is he playing Norse? Reven is actually Greek, but he's gonna be frozen. And I don't know, his people can't stand that. He's gonna have to resign. Momo too strong. Double score there by the end. Wow. Well, that's embarrassing. I didn't know that Momo is Egyptian. Wow. Sorry, Momo, if you're watching this. You've done well. Alright, here we are with game 2. And we've got Oranos out of DarthReven in this one. And his opponent in the red color, this is I Am Momo. Playing as Isis here on Ghost Lake. Ghost Lake has a lot of empty space in the middle that you can't build on. Lots of goats here, so definitely a good one for both Atlanteans, Norse, Greek. Not so much for Egypt, like it's very difficult to find all those goats. There's 2 relics on the side. Got the Gaia's Book of Knowledge. Let's never talk about that again. It's bonus damage against Titans from infantry. You never actually want to use that. Got Tale of Cerberus for Mythian special attack recharge times. That's nice. Definitely nice. Obelisk is gonna find a few goats, but like I said, Oranos is gonna be faster at this. Being able to swoop 3 locations at the same time, and the Oracle doesn't have much line of sight, of course. Priest had a little more, but still there's 3 of them. So they'll stumble across those boys. Then I guess there's a bunch of folks that I forgot to shout at in the previous game. I just realized that I didn't give a shout out to Snoke, who's helping with the Aztec mod events. I don't think he particularly casts himself, he's just a host. So it's definitely him. And then who else? I think that's it. So many goats here. 13. So in this matchup, things are pretty interesting. Isis very frequently used to go for Priest and Siege. Just spamming Priest from 2 town centers with the Nephthys upgrade, Spirit of Maat, that makes them cheaper. Actually quite difficult for an Orano's classical army to deal with that. But you go heroic, and all of a sudden you're looking at Contarius, which are more than capable of dealing with both the priests as well as the siege towers that will come out. Certainly not with Terma though. Terma are the worst option. They can't even dodge the priests, by the way. Tons of houses coming up for our Egyptian player, who's actually Egyptian. Got an early monument. We're starting the berry picking, as it's not a whole lot of hunt on Ghost Lake. It's usually just a bunch of berries and like 1 or 2 hunt spots. If it's any more than that, it's actually a surprise and a rarity. The boars were never found by our Atlantean players, so he's hunting on the side there. Has hunting dogs. It's gonna be very annoying he hasn't found it. Hold up, what's going on here? Aw, dude. She went right past him. Oh, did I forget to shout out Punkstar, by the way? He frequently casts as well. Never forget. Alright, here come the priests. Oh, manually converted the herd oracle? I don't know about this. That was a manual conversion, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he still has the valors. Picking off the Promethean offspring is a pretty good start, so that won't do anything at all. He goes too close to the tower, it will finish it. And second TC for our Isis player is very interesting, so it's not one of those fast heroic games, and the Terma should definitely be valuable, especially on this map, where there's not a lot of food, right? So you just put your Atlantean villagers on wood and gold and let this spam trickle. And what little food you gather is going to go towards the next stage. And Momo now double pumping the villagers. He does at least have some economic upgrades. We've got husbandry in there. Also husbandry for our Atlantean player as well as pickaxe. Granted, this insane amount of goats, which was at least 19 just a moment ago, makes a lot of sense as it will allow them to fatten up faster. Some of them already approaching 200 food in there. This thing's gonna run around for forever. Forward TC grab from Reven, pretty interesting. And the Storm are gonna do their best to pick up that Sphinx, but looks like they've been missing a lot of shots. He uses a shockwave to get it done. I don't know about this. Seems a little unnecessary as one Sphinx can't really do any relevant damage. Gonna have a bunch of slingers out. I guess you don't want to deal with it during Eclipse in case it survives. Momo getting close to having enough food for the heroic cage. Still double pumping though. And once he can click prosperity on the gold mines, could be in a pretty good spot. So just a matter of a few more villagers. Once you have 10 plus, I think you're in a pretty good spot there. Bear in mind, these slingers are a lot weaker in health than Terma. Need a good number of slings for sure, but the priests at least allow here for some healing. Not that that's too much to heal. 12 villagers. I think it's starting to be a pretty good time to click that prosperity, but it would be even better to have the Pharaoh on the gold mine empowering job. It looks like the wall is going to be destroyed now. So that opens up the surface area. Slingers hitting the Terma though, Terma hitting villagers, that's a slower killing job than it would be against the Slingers as they have a lot of bonus damage against each other. Alright, villagers are gonna pull back. This is just not an easy hold right now. Might as well wait for a few more slings. 16 range on these boys versus 12. So at least they've got that. Reven is actually housed, or bad-mannered, as they say. Oof, that's tough. Missing 2 manners, in fact. Terma being all over the place. Only 1,000 gold left in this gold mine. I'm thinking that Momo might be interested in going after one of these. And thus is saving his prosperity. It's still around, as you see. And we're very far away from going to the heroic age. Now putting 27 villagers onto gold. And doesn't have enough food income though. So that will very quickly dissipate the food that he does have. It's only now getting to the point where his food income matches his villager production. He's gonna have a lot of gold in a moment, but no anything else. So heroic is going to be a far way away from here. So what about Reven? How is his heroic looking? He's already going up Hyperion, which is nice because Chaos will help you get rid of the initial myth units that you get out of aging up. Should Momo even get there. Then you can make some Quintarius as well as Destroyers against these Slingers. Get heavy archers actually for the Terma. Should be some good place in there. Definitely don't want to engage the Slinger Ball. There's now gonna be more than 30 of them. So picking off a few villagers here is really the best kind of play that Revan could make. He's going for it, but he doesn't quite get the kills. The priest can heal these back up, should it come to that. And there's the Contarius, actually. They already have medium cavalry. Heavy archers not happening. Momo has the third TC in the back. He's gonna click. Oh! Should he have done that, or should he have waited for these villagers to show up? I mean, I guess the gold mine is already pretty much surrounded. So that gold should probably go into additional farming rather than anything else. But it would have been nice to have the Pharaoh empowering on this. Villagers. Oh no, I don't like this transfer at all. Like, that's too many villagers now on the gold mine. And half of their walk was wasted without this being active. Yikes. Slingers are still very high in number. Contarius are going to be nice against them, but for the moment they're melting. There's not a high enough number of them. So the gate is going to be out prepared. Satyr goes down. Good shockwave allowing the Contarius to get on top, but their pathing is kind of awful. So now they're finally getting in to engage properly. We'll be able to take down the priest as well. Would like to see a palace like right up here, very aggressively pushing Momo off of this. Revan looking to secure his own side instead. Bear in mind, the slingers can do absolutely nothing against destroyers. Why timeout? Oh, because I misclicked and it wasn't a ban. Alright, where's heavy cavalry and stuff like that? Where's heavy archers? It's not happening, is it? Watchtower coming up front. I think Momo might be 80 villagers actually. That's why he's not got any extra stuff. He's got sacred kitties. Hey guys, I'm gonna pause this. Let's zoom in there. Is that cat looking fishy to you? It seems to me like that's Nicolas Cage on the cat's face. Like, it can't be just me. But this mod is trolling us, I think. That must be Nicolas Cage. Anyway, back to the game. Slingers are absolutely taking a beating. Palace coming up aggressively as suggested. That's fantastic to see, but the villagers should be able to kitchen knife their way back into this, allowing the slingers to take down the Terma. It's also a bunch of spears, which is going to be a really nice addition. Should be able to kitchen knife down the palace now, but this many of them pulled. Valor getting used, but I'm not sure it's particularly helpful. The repairs coming down, but the kitchen knives are super good at this. Almost all the Terma are now gone, and the tower will be able to help a lot. There's no crenellations or anything like that, but that's more than enough units to fight off the handful of Contarius that there are. Still a good number of Contarius out there, but the more time passes, the more spearmen we'll see on the map. For the moment, Momo, I think, still isn't... Oh wait, he is advancing through Neftis. This classical fighting ISIS thing is actually kind of working out. He's gonna have heavy spearman by the end of that, I think. Be massively surprised if he's not getting medium spearman soon. When you make him heavy, it's a pretty big difference maker, for sure. We've got the shield upgrade thus far. And FDs is in, should see Ancestors Eclipse sometime soon. Idling this gold mine worth of villagers would be huge. There are also gonna be 3 satyrs. There's only a handful of priests for the moment. I think that's more than enough to deal with this. Especially with the Scorpion Man around. It's going to be chaos. DarthReven does have a 3rd TC, but he just completed it. So that's not been active this whole time. Arcus are coming out, but guess what? Slingers are pretty good against them. Migdol being built up front. Still no siege from Momo. I guess he's not in a rush to do that because, frankly, you don't really want to use them against Contarius. Look at this. All this time the Contarius spent awkwardly pathing around each other. The Slingers are all attacking, so they're kind of getting beaten in these numbers, especially if the Contarius just end up fighting the Spearmen. It's not exactly great. Priests picking off the Satyrs fairly easily. They don't have that much health, so gotta be really careful with that. There's Destroyer Heroes, which are extra tanky here at 78% Pierce Armor. Whoa. Yeah, that is wild. Also, I like the additional Scorpion Man being made. I think Momo is actually going to have to make some markets down here in the corner, as he doesn't have that much gold left in the mines. But for the moment, it's good enough. Maybe he can even go Mythic off of this. What he already has. Oh wait, he already clicked Thoth. That's interesting. So we're gonna have a meteor somewhere. Wonder if we're gonna have elephants. Or is it one of those weird Phoenix games? I'd be shocked if it was. No medium infantry yet for DarthReven. No heavy anything. We do have bronze shields, which is nice. Ancestors Eclipse still has not seen any use. I think he's going Mythic himself, actually. Yeah, Hecate is coming through. But against Isis, it's difficult to actually get to use the Tartarian Gate. Like, where would you easily place it? Certainly not here. Because the monument to villagers and soldiers is blocking. So just need a 3rd monument up here so that the Migdol doesn't get deleted. Or the double Migdol now. Should be good from there. Good move with the Spearmen running after this. They're heavy Spearmen now, so suddenly 87 health. Contarius won't be able to do much about those. Nice. Thoth is through. Got the Phoenix. As for the priest, they didn't get any upgrades yet. It's not been necessary. Lampates are also pretty easy target. Medium infantry is through. Heavy archers is through for Revan. And there's the Lampates. Oi! Oi! Could have gotten the chariot. Oh well. Meteor is doing a number to these buildings. Main TC might be able to live, considering that it's fortified now. Ancestors Eclipse coming through in the main battle. Tartarian Gate has deleted the initial Migdol, but it's almost already gone. What is going on? This Phoenix is absolutely dumping on it. It's got 60 crush armor during Eclipse, mind you. So that's not something you get to see every day. Also 60 hack DPS. That Tartarian Gate got yeeted out of the game. Tartarian spawn won't be able to do much either. Now Revan is in serious trouble. He's gonna have to make something big happen. Lampate sadly doesn't get the Phoenix. That would have been a big difference maker here. Probably would have attacked the villagers or something. But it looks like the Lampates will be just picked off by the priests. Not even doing any damage on death without Asper Blood. It would be pretty nice if they did, and Asper Blood only made it better. That would be something. Now, Phoenix without Eclipse is a completely different story. Not nearly as threatening. Still pretty good against siege towers. But priests deal with them so easily. 3 citizen kills is pretty nice, and if Momo can catch these 5 as well with the spearmen, that might actually be a full surround if he places them properly, but yeah, it's gonna be noticed. Good thing though, the spearmen are 5 speed, these guys are 3.25. Not good for Revan, I mean. Good for Momo. And he seems to be getting a full surround there almost. At least the citizens are not able to get out. Several of them will be picked off, but one thing you gotta do is constantly reposition these units so that the slipperiness of the AOM pathing doesn't come into effect. Revan is able to get out with actually quite a bunch, but he's got like no income. His palace is even getting threatened by this, and he's going to resign. So we're gonna get a match between Tiger Boss and Momo in the winner round, and Revan is going to move down to the losers bracket. Good luck to him there. We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.